hear noises. Slowly open your eyes. No. I'm tired. Leave me alone. Oh. You put a pillow over your head. You just want some more sleep. 4 hours go by. You've gotten a bit more sleep. You get up. You hop on your PlayStation. And you check notifications. There aren't any. So you go on Netflix and watch 3 episodes of The Last Kingdom. I think that's like over 18 or something. And then you hop on Minecraft, bro. You know, I don't know, work on a world that you've created. Like, this is the new world, right? And then you sort of just play on that. Maybe a friend is there. Maybe you just do it by yourself, working on a different thing. You spend maybe 3 hours working on some projects. Eventually, mum gets you your tea. You eat that. You finish your Minecraft, and then once that's done, it gets a bit later. You hop back on Netflix and watch 3 more episodes before going on YouTube and watching at least an hour of that, or like 2 or 3. And you shut your eyes just to repeat the day again. That was my life before, I don't even want to tell you how long, but eventually it catches up to you. Eventually, like, your health might start to suffer, and you, I don't know, start to feel worse, and the mental health effects compound. Your life becomes less and less fulfilling until you randomly click on a video like this, telling you how to live a fulfilling life, right? Like, you might be thinking, oh, you're the one learning from me, right? Well, but a year ago I was in the exact same position you were in. It was a different video, but it's the same thing. That video changed my life, My life now compared to then. I can't remember the last show I've watched. I think I watched like 5 minutes of the new 4 movie 2 weeks ago. Like, do you know what I mean? Just, and I feel great about that, bro. The video changed my life. It really transformed everything. I don't really do any of that anymore. Apart from eating food, I mean. Yeah, like you can't, come on. How the heck do you live a fulfilling life when this is your starting point? How are you supposed to accomplish stuff? How are you supposed to, that's like the last thing you're thinking of, bro. Let's be honest. You just want to feel like you've gotten something done. You just want to feel like your life is worth living. This video will help you do that. Okay. This is a re-recording, which means I recorded this and then accidentally deleted it, and now I'm re-recording the same video. So it's a bit, I might not be as excited or something, but because it's a re-recording, having to record something twice is a bit. I was recording this exact video 2 weeks ago. I didn't upload it because it was deleted, and so it's annoying, but I just had to rant about that, bro. Like, I'm just so annoyed, mate. It's just... Oh. But what's something you could do right now? What's something you could do right now? And this will literally make today, right now, better than your last 2 weeks combined. I'll tell you what, one thing that will take 2 minutes. That will make you look back on this day like it's been... Like, I'm not even joking, like I say this and people are supposed to be like, oh yeah, he's just exaggerating. I'm not even, bro. Like the day I was told to do this, bro, I literally look back on that day and smile. Like, you like, does this look fake, bro? Like, just... Okay. I want you to do 5 push-ups. You know, a push-up where you like, literally just go against the floor and do that movement with your hands. I want you to do 5 of those. If you can't, then that's completely fine. You know what, bro? I literally, when I did this, I could only do 3. I literally got to 3, and they're obviously like trash form as well, like, oh, going all over the place. I could literally get to 3, and that was it, and I was like dead. I was like lying on the floor, like, oh, help me, bro. After 3. So if you could do 5, and I don't mean like, oh yeah, like continue watching the video, oh 5, that sounds cool. I mean like actually do 5 like right now, bro. Like this is the actionable step. Do this. Do this, otherwise don't either. Okay, you've got 2 options: click off the video or do this. Do 5 push-ups right now. Do them. This isn't one of those things where you just watch it. Like, do the 5 push-ups. Do, like, literally. Pause the video. Have you paused the video yet? Yeah, this is gonna be annoying for the people that are like literally just paused it, did them, and now they're watching this. So literally, bro, like, don't make me have to keep on going, bro. Do them right now. Literally, just do them, bro. You'll literally look back for years to come with a smile on your face. Isn't it worth it? Okay, hopefully you pause the video now and you've done them. I'm gonna go on to the next thing, which is to try and do those push-ups that you just did, that you're not continuing watching the video. Like, and genuinely, I do want you to click off if you're just watching the video, because, oh yeah, maybe you'll say something fun. Just, I want you to do that regularly. I want you to try and do that every single day. Every single day. Get that in your head. Think of where you're going to do it. When I first started, it was like first thing every morning. It was like first thing every morning, just wake up, get dressed, and then exercise. That was like the first thing. Come on, do that, do that, do that. And yeah, it was genuinely amazing, bro. Like, it was amazing. I just go into my like living room and just do some push-ups, bro. Like every day. It's fantastic, mate. You don't need to have any special equipment. You don't have to watch any special guides. Just it's all a bunch of rubbish. And then I want you to try and progressively overload. So this might sound complex, but progressive overload is where you do a little bit today, and then a little bit more the next day, and then a little bit more the next day. And over time, you sort of go in a like a progressive direction until you get to like the golden point, which is like where we want to get to. It doesn't matter where you start. Like, genuinely, I started at 3. Like, you can't start much lower than 3. Like, there's 2, then there's 1, and then there's 0, and then there's not really like I started from the lowest point. But if you can do that consistently for a month, I literally did 80 push-ups in a row, no breaks. Like, people genuinely don't believe me, because like there are some like actual athletes who can't do 80 in a row. Like actual athletes. Like, they can do like 30 and then take a break, and then but like I could do 80 in a row, bro. After 1 month training. So it doesn't matter where you start. What it matters is you're doing the progressive overload. So if you did the push-ups and say you did 4, or 6, or 5, let's just say you did 5. What I want you to do tomorrow is I want you to aim for 10. And say you hit 9. Then the next day I want you to aim for 14. And say you hit 15. And then the next day aim for like, just keep aiming for higher than what you've already done. Aim for around 5 more. When you're like just starting out, you should probably aim for around 5 more. So, and then you just sort of like, a week from now, if you do 5 a day, you'll be doing 35 more push-ups than you just did. A week from now, if you do 5 more push-ups every day. Like you're already ahead of like 90% of people, bro. Like, just, not even that. Just the fact that you just did that you just did those push-ups means that you're already ahead of 80% of people just right now. Like, as you're sitting here, you're ahead of 80% of people because you actually took action and actually changed something instead of just watching some video about some guy just giving some advice. Like, you actually changed something and now you're ahead of 80%. All the like dumb guys who are watching this who didn't do it because, bro, I just can't do this, bro. You're ahead of all of them because you just took the step. Have strong social connections. After you watch this video, I want you to say to yourself that you're going to go have a conversation with a family member or a friend, and I want you to try and strengthen that connection. We sort of take these friends and these family members like for granted, right? Like, oh yeah, hello. Well, I've got to do this now. And, like, actually talk to them and try and grow your relationship. Like that's how well you gotta maintain and grow your relationships in order to get strong social connections. I literally at night I dream of strong social connections. Like, having this kind of strong social connections that like I could just charge ahead and like climb a wall, and then some guys just like climbing the wall with me, like above. That'd be so sick. Like, just. But what you can do right now is you can just try and strengthen the ones you've already got, because I guarantee you've got some friends, you've got some family members. This might come back to bite you, but for the meanwhile, this will help your life. And in the end, you're just going to have to make the harder decision. So just talk to them and try to grow a relationship. Like, how do you grow a relationship? Well, just help them. That's how you grow a relationship. Help them. Be kind. Give to them. And this goes into like what we've got next, actually, which is just be kind and give. Like, be kind and give to family members. Give your knowledge, your wisdom. Give, help them out. Move some boxes for them. Like just anything, bro. Like I guarantee there's something a family member of yours like actually needs that you could probably give them. So why don't you? Because you're like, I don't know, bro. Like, you've got to answer that for yourself. But like, you could, but you don't. And that would strengthen your relationship. And literally, being kind literally makes you happier. Being kind and giving literally makes you happier, more successful. It's the key to relationships. It's everything. Being kind and just giving to other people. Like, the number one rule for business is be kind and give. Truly selfish people are rubbish businessmen and rubbish salesmen. A truly selfish person will go up to a customer and say, I want you to buy this product, so go buy it. But the customer won't buy it. Because why should they buy your product, right? Be kind, give to them. Try and help them, not yourself. Be like, oh, talk to them like, oh, are you looking for a car? Oh, well, yeah, my arm broke down. It was this model, and well, I actually have a car that I'm selling. Although, like, it's what it is. But it might help you out. I can give you a discount if you want. It's, friend to friend. Be kind, give to them. It's got this accessory. It's got this, and you just made a bunch of money, didn't you? Like, just be kind. Give. like me making this video, I didn't have to make this video. I could have just like I could have just like watched like a nice movie, but instead I decided to record this video because I'm trying to give this value. Like, and like if you can name a business person that hasn't given value, I will truly be shocked. Like, like you don't accomplish anything without giving. It's one of the best ways to become more happy. Kind and giving people live happier lives. Because when you're kind and you give to people, other people are kind and give to you. Next one. Make time to live. This one probably wouldn't help you that much, but it might. Whatever you've been thinking about recently that is incredibly important to you, that is a big goal of yours that you really want to get consistent in, I want you to make time to do it. Whether it's a hobby you really, really enjoy that is not like negative impact on your life, make time to like do that activity instead of like all this other stuff you're doing. Maybe 6 to 7 p.m. you can play your guitar, or maybe like 4 to 5 p.m. you can go for a walk. Just make an hour of time for you to like do something you really enjoy. And I don't mean like one of those activities that you're doing for multiple hours a day anyway. I'm talking about one of those activities that you've been thinking about doing for like the last 2 weeks, but you just never seem to actually do. I'm talking about that YouTube video you probably should have made by now, and I'm talking about that meet up with a friend that you were supposed to do last week. Like, I'm talking about that kind of stuff, right? It's one of the happiest things, bro. Yesterday, day before? Yeah, Monday. So it's Wednesday. I'm recording this on Wednesday. I'm talking about on Monday. So 2 days ago, what's going on with my camera, bro? 2 days ago, I decided to quit my routine and just try and play the best move on the chessboard for my entire life. So I literally just try and like, so whatever would be like the best thing for me to do, I just do that, and I found that I'm like 10, like so much more productive. Like, not really. I mean, I'm getting the same amount of stuff done, but I feel a lot more free and I feel a lot more happy. And I think it's because I've given myself the ability to make time to live. And I think that's very important, mate. Live in nature. I want you to live inside of nature. This sounds really weird, doesn't it? Live inside of nature. What does he mean by that? That doesn't make any sense. We're not feeling like cavemen, but like, I think we should be cavemen. You know, like I think we should live in nature because, well, where is better? Like literally, like studies have shown that people who spend time in nature are happier people. So just live in nature, like something like set up like a campsite and just live inside of the nature. Like, why not, bro? Like you'll just have like fucking happiness will be like that. Like, you just, you know. Okay, we're gonna have to stop the video. We're not gonna stop the video, but like, okay, bro. I'm gonna tell you how happiness works. This is how happy you are. This line right here. So, this is just you know, you're going along, chilling, doing whatever. And then you go on Netflix and you watch your favourite show. You're getting a bit happier. Literally, you're just getting happier, right? And then you finish and then you sort of just drifts off, and then you finish your 3 episodes. And then your happiness drops below where you were at, right? And then creates a new baseline of your happiness. Which means the more times you have these peaks in happiness and then drops, baseline resets, peaks in happiness, drops, baseline resets, and it all goes down. I'm trying to think. It all goes down in a negative direction. That is where depression happens. That is where suicide happens. That is where your unhappiness comes from. Peaks in dopamine and then drops. Peaks and then drops. Peaks and then drops. People wonder why they're so suicidal. Oh, I've just got clinical depression. Or maybe it's the 4 hours you just spent on TikTok. Like just, if you keep getting these peaks in dopamine, you'll get depressed. This is why I stopped the video, because it's so lovely to tell people to like live in nature and you know, be kind and give to people. That is great help. That is great happiness advice. That is great. That's just great advice. But if you're constantly going through this, you'll never see much progress. Which means you have to cut out all of your dopamine peaks, so that your baseline over time will reset to where it should be at. And then you need to maintain that for the rest of your life. That is how to actually stop feeling so depressed. What does that mean? That means you need to quit all social media, all forms of stimulation, like all video games, all Netflix, all TV, anything electric, like not anything like electrical, but you know what I mean, right? Anything that makes you feel extremely happy, you need to quit immediately. This will take a while. Like, I'm a year into trying to do this, and even I struggle, boo. I managed to cut down like 99% of it, but you know, bro, it takes a while. And you can't keep any of them. Anybody that tells you, oh yeah, you can just keep this or do this, you can just eat ice cream, no you can't. Yeah, including like junk food as well, like just all of it. If you actually want to be happy, you'll do all of it. Oh, but it makes me happy. Yes, it does. You're right. You're actually right. Eating ice cream does make you happy for the short term. But we all know that if you keep eating ice cream, it will make you unhappy in the long term. You are here right now because you sacrificed the long term for the short term. The people that sacrifice the short term for the long term, their names are something like Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, right? Like, I could like pretty much everybody, but like there are very few. Like, you've got to have a long-term mindset. Do you want to be happy right now? So like within the next 10 minutes, or do you want to be happy for the next 10 years? Like, seriously, bro. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, if you can maintain that, it'll last 10 plus years. Like, you seriously, if it, I'm not saying, like, never eat anything again, right? Because when you do eventually reach your actual baseline of dopamine, then you're sort of, if you eat a slice of pizza, it will go down. But as long as you're not eating it continuously, it will just come back up over time if you're not doing it. So as long as you're sort of very, very occasional about it. But I know we all like to pretend we're very, very occasional. Like, we all like to pretend when we play like I don't know, like an hour of video games when it's more like 4, and it's just like come on, bro, like it just. That's the secret. That's like and everybody's clicked off, by the way, because you don't want to know that like the thing that you like is the thing that makes you happy. Because that's awful. But here's the thing, bro. If you stopped doing those things, you would be happier than when you do those things. So I just do it for a week. Do a 1-week dopamine detox. You can look it up online, like dopamine detox or something. Do a 1-week dopamine detox, reset your dopamine, and then literally just try and quit your addictions over time. Like, I don't even know if you'll survive 1 week. I hope you do, but I never really did a dopamine detox. I sort of just... I sort of just, with a bit of, like, motivation, like, not in motivation, but, like, with a bit of, like, education, I was able to just get rid of a lot of it just by educating myself. I was able to have longer conversations with my family, do this, do that, doing this, doing that, and I managed to become a lot happier by just by just starting doing some habits. But after a while, you won't be able to get much happier unless you quit these things. Anyway, this was not supposed to be part of the video. What am I saying? Quit all stimulation. If you want to be happy, you will do this. If you want to stay unhappy, then you would have clicked off the video by now, wouldn't you? Let's be honest, bro. If you didn't want this, you would have clicked off. It doesn't have to be a 1 week, like 1 day thing fix, bro. Like, obviously it's not going to take you 1 day to quit, like, something addictions you've been building up for years. Like, come on. Like, it's like, you're a 3-year-old if you think that. I'm sorry. But set it as, like, a goal. You know, 1 month from now, you want your, like, YouTube screen time to be, like, 1 hour instead of 4. And just keep progressing towards it, and you'll feel the effects of happiness over time, and you'll eventually get to the good point that you want to be at. Wow, that was, I was living on my edge for a second there, bro. But then, saying stuff that people might disagree with, oh my god. Yeah. Anyway, let's get back into the video. So what we live in nature. Living in nature is one of the most beautiful things. So it's something that I aspire to do, and something I hope I will eventually be able to do. But the next one is a bit more spiritual. This book has really helped me with this recently, which is Find Your Purpose. All the things that we just talked about, like dopamine and like detoxing from it, it's all very good, but it's a lot easier when you've found your purpose, when you actually know what you want to do with your life. It's very easy to stop doing all the things that are stopping you from doing that. Your purpose is literally not what you want to do for the rest of your life. Like, people say, oh, I want to do this for the rest of my life, or I don't know what I want to do for the rest of my life. You want to do one thing for the rest of your life? Have you gone mad? Do you seriously think you're so incompetent, you're so, like, unintelligent that you have to do one thing for the rest of your life to achieve an above average amount of like, I can't even. But if you literally just find your purpose, find what you actually want to do, you'll achieve the top 1% of success within 5 years. I'm not, like, you can actually, like, there's a saying, we highly overestimate how much we can get done in 1 year, but we highly underestimate how much we can get done in 5. Like, if you actually want to, like, achieve a big success, and if you actually find your purpose, you don't have to spend your rest of your life on it, bro. But that's what I want to do for the rest of my life. Fulfill my purpose, whatever it may be. How do you find your purpose? It takes a lot of thinking and trying to understand like what's it's basically it's just what you desire more than anything, like more than having a girlfriend, you know, literally like more than all of that. It makes you, it's almost like you've been enlightened when you found it, bro. Like, genuinely, like it's just, it will it will be a burning passion, and it will give you all the determination to achieve all of the success that you want. But this video is about happiness, and your purpose will make you so much happier because you'll actually know where you're trying to go. You'll actually know where you're trying to do, and it will give you some actual direction that will make your life feel like it's worth living. I'll try and find like a chapter on here about like purpose or something. Yeah, he's really good at writing, this guy. Always hold to your deepest realization. Also, reading is really good, like, but like learning, I don't think it makes you that much happier. Always hold to your deepest realization. Eternity must be a man's home, moment by moment. Without it, he is lost. Always striving, grasping at puffs of smoke. A man must do this anything necessary to glimpse, and then stabilize this ever-fresh realization and organize his life around it. Make your life an ongoing process of being who you are at your deepest, most easeful levels of being. So it's basically like a really spiritual, like you probably don't understand a word I'm saying here, but like I don't either, if I'm being honest, bro. But he refers to it as your deepest realization. So it's your deepest realization of who you are. That is sort of what your purpose is. And in order to find that, you just need to spend a ridiculous quantity amount of time just thinking, what is my deepest realization of who I am? Like, what is the thing that I desire to do most? What is the thing that I need to do, right? Once you find it, your entire life will change. I am not the same person I was before I found my purpose. Fix your health. Just to fix your health. Like, your health is rubbish. I want you to try and fix that. What I did is I assumed that if I just exercised and I don't know, did some walking, that all my health problems would go away. And most of them did, actually. Most of the ones that annoyed me went away, but you've got to understand that there are going to be some health problems that you've accumulated over time that you have to fix yourself, by yourself. No one will fix them for you. You are the one that must do this, no one else. I wish someone had told this to me, to like actually fix your health. Your health is your responsibility. Number one, I want you to accept it. If you're in a wheelchair, just accept it, and your happiness will just stabilize to normal. And then I want you to improve it. You know, like do things like, I don't know, like like exercises or something, like bang your legs, or like I don't know, but like I don't know, but you know how, like there is like, if like there's a saying that I've just been repeating for months. Seek and you shall find. If you don't want to be in a wheelchair, seek and you shall find. I know this sounds a bit like, oh what, no, they can't walk again. You shouldn't say that. Seek and you shall find. Never give up hope. Like you literally, like some people say, oh I don't give up hope, but I haven't researched into being in a wheelchair for like a year. Like just like seek and you shall find. Like seek a way to not be in a wheel. Like the wheelchair is just the metaphor for like a health problem that you're having. Like I've got CFS, so I literally just ignored it for like a year, and then I was like, oh yeah, I have this condition. It stopped me recording YouTube videos. I should probably fix that. It took me a year to come up with this, bro. Please don't go down the same path. It will literally just mess up your life. And then I was like, oh yeah, I'll just watch like the videos that I should have watched a year ago about this condition, and I'll like actually try to implement the steps and actually improve this condition. Oh wow, now my life is, now I'm recording 11 videos a week. Did a full workout, went on like a 20-minute walk, like you know what I mean, right? Just that is the last step thing. I hope this video helps you, bro. This video is part of a series called True Happiness, and if you think this video was life-changing, the entire series together will completely change your life, make you the happiest person you ever thought capable. That is my goal, at least. My name is Sam. Our name is Seven. Fix your brokenness for your purpose.